Okay, everybody. Welcome to week 2 of our wellness initiative here at Hutton Brady. We'll be doing a gentle hatha flow tonight. So get yourself set up, maybe start some music, and take up some space. When you're ready, come to a comfortable seat, whatever that means to you. Wiggle the sit bones out from underneath you. Sit up tall, loop the shoulders back, and close the eyes. Taking a full deep breath, preparing the body, maybe the deepest breath that you've taken all day. Then gently bring the index fingers to the temples. Give yourself a little massage, releasing the tension of the day. And then bring the index fingers and the thumbs down to the jaw. We hold some of the tension in our jaw. A little massage. Coming all the way down to the neck and shoulders. Then down the biceps and the triceps. Take the right palm out in front of you like a stop sign, and then take the left and pull the fingertips back, little wrist stretch. Flip the palm upside down, and then other side. Bring the fingertips back, upside down. Flip the palms back down to the earth and back down to the knees. Close the eyes. Set an intention here for our practice. I'd like to offer one. There's a saying that goes, no mud, no lotus. I'm reading a book by that same name. I've got a little lotus on my wrist as a reminder. And what that means is that we can't appreciate the good times without the bad times. The lotus is a symbol. It plants itself in the darkest, dirtiest, murkiest of water. And when it's time to bloom, it reaches for the light and opens its petals and becomes the most beautiful flower that you've ever seen. So we'll use that visualization tonight. When we rise, we'll rise like the lotus. And if you'd like to internalize that as your mantra tonight, you're welcome to do so. Taking 2 more deep breaths here. When we inhale, open the eyes, lift the shoulders back. Taking the right shoulder, the right ear, left arm shoots out and over, a little neck stretch. Inhaling up through center, all the way over to the left. Stretching the arms out and over. Coming back up to the top. Taking the right hand to the left knee. Left arm comes behind, pulling the body open to the left, little twist. Inhaling through center, left palm to the right and pulling the body open to the right. And turning the body to center, sitting up tall, taking the left forearm down to the mat, right arm shoots up and over, bringing the gaze towards the ceiling, opening the heart, feeling something from the toes all the way down to the hip point. Inhaling through center, over the other side, left forearm to left shoulder, shooting the arm up and overhead, opening the heart. Inhaling the body back to center, placing the palms again on the knees, using them as traction to pull the body in circles, kundalini rolls. The rolls can be as dramatic, maybe your nose almost touches the ground, maybe it doesn't, or as controlled as you need it. Once you get through center, come over the other side. When you feel satisfied with that movement coming through center, sitting up tall, coming back to stillness. Coming back up through center, wiggling the body, Up real tall, sitting up real straight, taking the hands behind, opening the chest, little neck stretch. Tucking the chin into the chest, pulling the body back upright gently and coming all the way forward, forward fold. Pulling the fingertips into the earth to pull, traction the spine. Walking the fingertips back in towards the body. You come seated like this, bringing the heels close to the pelvis. We're going to warm up the abs. There's only one ab pose in yoga, and it's called boat pose. So you can hang on to the back of your knees, pull the body back, and lift the feet off the floor. This is a boat pose. This is a boat pose. This is a boat pose. Whatever feels good for you. Breathe it through it. You're shaking. The body's happy for it. And then if you like, a little yogi bicycle, taking right elbow to left, left to right. Feeling the abs, feeling the fire, building the prana. 2 or 3 more times. Really, really big hill. Then stillness for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down to the earth. Mini Shavasana. Right in the beginning of the class, aren't we lucky? Now, another side stretch in the body as we're here. This doesn't have a name. I call it banana pose. So if you'll move both feet over to the right corner of the mat, and then walk the hands over to the right corner of the mat, making a C shape, kind of, as you're laying flat. Banana pose. Feeling a little crunch on one side of the body, but a nice stretch from the fingertips to the tips of the toes on the other. Beautiful. Walking back through center, taking the feet and the arms over to the other side, opposite banana. Big stretch. And then coming back through center, placing the hands on either side of the body, pushing ourselves back up to a seat, coming through that seat to a tabletop position on the knees. Being mindful of gravity here, so bringing the wrists underneath the shoulders, straight line. The knees underneath the hip points, straight line. Taking a second with a neutral spine. And then we'll move through continuing to lubricate the spine, we'll move through cat-cow. So on an inhale, you're going to drop the belly, throw the head back. On the exhale, you're going to throw the head forward, round the spine, hips go forward. Inhale, this is cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. A really great visualization someone taught me is to picture a pool of water at the base of your spine when you're in your cow pose, and then throwing that water over your head in cat pose. Nice dramatic movement. A few more times at your own pace. Moving with the breath. And then when you're ready, find stillness, neutral spine. We're going to thread the needle. So what that means is we're going to sweep the right arm up and over, big reach. And then on the exhale, you're going to fold it under the opposite hand. Big shoulder opener. The next inhale, pressing into the left palm, reaching that right arm up. One more time, big dramatic reach. Bring it back down to the earth. Other side, lifting the left arm up, tickle the stars. Bring it underneath the right. Thread the needle. Next, inhale, pressing into the right palm, coming back up, last reach. Bringing both hands back to the earth, tabletop, taking the knees out wide, sinking the hips back, little child's pose, bringing the forehead to the mat. Do a little face yoga. So you might feel like we're all wearing masks today, nobody can see us smile. And I invite you to, as you're looking down at the mat, no, nobody's watching you, there's no judgment. We're all here for some fun. Make any face that you felt like making today. Maybe it's a smile, maybe it's a laugh, maybe it's a grimace. Just exercise those cheek muscles. Give yourself a little emotional release. And then when you're ready, find 30 seconds of stillness, 30 seconds of silence before we get moving. When you're ready, press into the palms, come back up through your tabletop, tuck the toes underneath you, and in one swift movement, bring the hips up to the sky, down dog. Pedaling the feet, releasing the hamstrings, walking the dog. And then once you're prepared for stillness, really push into the palms and melt the chest back towards the thigh. Feeling an extra stretch down the hamstrings to the Achilles heel. Looking forward, between the hands, step, hop, or jump to the top of your mat, forward fold. Relishing in this first one, maybe swaying side to side. Letting the heavy head hang, don't engage the neck to hold it up, it does that all day. And then on the next inhale, keep the arms up and overhead, palms knee to the top, little baby back bend, melting them down towards the heart, out to the side, Tadasana. Give me a little yogi fan, taking it out side to side. We're gonna move through 2 sun salutations. And then July 20th was Moon Day, the day that we walked on the moon. So I'm gonna teach you a moon salutation, which is my absolute favorite to teach. So if you want to take a drink of water, go for it. We're going to come to the top of our mat. And I think the cleaning people might come behind me, so sorry. Finding foundation, a foundational pose, mountain pose. Grounding down through all 4 corners of the feet. Looping the shoulders back. Head over heart, heart over pelvis. Checking in with the body, coming back to an intention. And then on the inhale, sweeping the arms up and overhead, slight back bend. Exhale, slicing down through the air, coming, hands touch the mat. Inhaling the hands to the shins, look forward. And then on the exhale, step back with the left foot. You can stay here in your lunge, or you can bring the knee down, whatever you like. And then on the inhale, rise up like the lotus, meeting the sky. Your hands can stay here for balance. You can bring them behind you. You can bring them up. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Crescent lunge. Being mindful to bring the weight back, not throwing it over the knee. And then next exhale, fold forward over that foot. Planting the hands, stepping the right to meet the left, downward facing dog. We're going to do a vinyasa flow, whatever that means to you. So you can come forward into your plank, come down into your knees, chest and chin, which is what I'm going to do. And then scoop the body up, cobra or up dog. Tuck the toes, send the hips back, downward facing dog. Inhaling the left foot up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Stepping it through, lunge other side. Bringing the knee to the earth or raising it up. Pulling the body up towards the sky, moving through the mud like the lotus. Opening the heart. Exhale, fold forward, this time straighten the knee. Maybe the nose touches the knee, maybe it doesn't. Take off the back foot, back meets the front, forward fold once again. Little sway, little release. Inhale the arms up and overhead, slight back bend, melting down through the heart, melting back out to the side. Little yogi fan. All right. One more time, other side, a little quicker this time. Same movement. Coming back to the top of the mat, rounding down through all four corners of the feet, looping the shoulders back. Inhaling, keeping the arms up and overhead, holding forward, down towards the earth, palms meet the mat. Inhale, hands to shins, looking forward. Exhale, this time framing the left foot, stepping back with the right. Coming to your lunge. So this time let's bring the knees to the earth. And on an inhale, we'll do a little twist. So we'll take our right elbow, cross the left knee, pulling the heart over to the left. Next, exhale, frame the front foot, come up on the back toes, left knee to the right, downward dog. On an inhale, shoot that right foot up, three-legged dog, step it through, lunge, other side. Knee meets the earth. And on an inhale, hooking the left elbow, cross the right knee, little twist, baby twist. One more breath. Bring the body back upright, plant both hands. Come back up on the back toes, straighten the front knee, the right knee. Maybe the nose touches the knee, maybe it doesn't. Pick off the back foot, back meets the front, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms up and overhead, little back bend, melting them down to the heart, opening the body to Tadasana, mountain pose, yogi fan. All right, that was a typical sun salutation. Moon salutation is next. What I like about the moon salutation is that it's the feminine energy, they call it. And it's kind of a nice kind of slower balance to a sun salutation. So again, we start at the top of our mat, sweeping the shoulders back. Sweeping the arms up and overhead. This time we'll hang out here for a minute in palm tree pose. Little stretch. Taking the right hand over to the left wrist, pulling the body over to the right. Kind of like our banana pose, but standing this time. Inhaling, coming back through center, pulling the body to the other side. Inhaling back up through center now. Watch this, one quick motion, we're gonna open up into a goddess squat. Option to come up on the toes if you like. Sinking the body down. Opening the heart. Next, inhale, straighten the knees, bringing the body up, hands out to a T, starfish pose. And then pulling the body down to the right. Maybe the right hand meets the ankle, maybe it meets the floor, gaze comes up towards the sky, triangle. On the next exhale, bring that left hand down to the earth, framing the right foot, coming again into a little lunge, mini lunge on the right. And then if it's accessible to you, using the hands, crawl over through center, lunge on the left. Taking the left hand to the outside of the left foot, straightening that knee, bringing the right arm up towards the sky, triangle other side. One swift motion, and the inhale, lifting the torso up, coming back through your triangle pose. And then exhale, coming down through goddess. Goddess squat. Option to come up on the toes if you like, opening the heart towards the sky. The next inhale, coming back up, palm tree, wide legs. Pigeon toe the toes in towards one another. Taking the body over to the left, swaying the palm tree, back through center, over to the right. Back through center, last little back bend, push the ceiling away, and let the arms drop. Big old dramatic. Whew. Give yourself a second here. Bringing one hand to the chest, one to the belly, feeling the breath. Returning the breath to normal. We'll do that one more time. Then we'll do a little warrior flow and bring it back down to the ground. When you're ready, bringing the hands out to the side once again, setting our foundation, grounding down through all four corners of the toes, looping the shoulders back, head over heart, heart over pelvis. Inhale, sweeping the arms up and overhead, palm tree pose. Pulling the body to the right. Pulling the body to the left. Coming back through center, one swift motion, opening up your goddess squat. Option to come up on the toes. Open the heart. Inhale, straighten the knees, arms come out to a T, starfish pose. This time melting the body down towards the left. Triangle, maybe it meets, the hand meets the ankle, maybe it doesn't. Bringing that top arm down to the mat, framing the left foot, coming into your lunge, left side, runner's lunge. Then if it's accessible to you, using the hands to crawl through center, lunge on the right side. Sorry guys, the train's going by. Taking the right hand to the outside of the right foot, left arm comes up towards the sky, triangle pose, other side. One swift motion on the inhale, bringing the body up to your starfish pose. Then exhale, cactus arms, goddess squat. Option to come up on the toes. Opening the heart. Last little push. Inhale, straighten the knees, hands come on up. Palm tree pose. Pigeon toe the toes in towards one another. Pull the body over to the left. Pull the body over to the right. Back through center, last little push, push the ceiling away. And then dramatic, let it all drop with a sigh. That was a moon salutation. One of my favorites, thanks for indulging me. So I'm gonna grab a drink of water, maybe take a yogi stand. And do a little warrior flow, something quick, and then we'll bring the body down to the earth. So coming up to the top of the mat again, Tadasana, our foundational pose. Hip points are forward. And on an inhale, you're gonna step back with your right foot. The hip points stay forward. Come to the side so you can see me. You're gonna bring the weight back into the right thigh and then bend into the left foot. Warrior one. Hands can come up. Or I like to bring them behind me to remind me not to throw my weight forward. Inhale as you sink further Maybe coming back to your intention. Then on your next exhale, open the arms wide. Warrior two, pulling the weight back, bending into the front knee, gaze comes forward over the middle finger. On the next inhale, reverse your warrior. So right arm comes down to the shin, left comes out and over, pulling the body back. Inhaling the torso upright, coming through center, left forearm to left thigh, shooting arms up and over, side angle. Gently inhaling the body back up, just like our starfish pose. Bring the toes in towards one another. Take the hands to the hips and fold all the way forward. Nice wide leg forward fold. Releasing the tension in the upper thighs, the groin, the hamstrings. And again, letting the head hang, the big old head. Try not to engage the neck muscles. On the next inhale, taking the hands to the hip points, slowly and with control, bringing the body back up. Coming back towards our standing Tadasana. Taking a second of reflection here and feeling how one side of the body feels different than the other. My one side feels longer, so I'll stretch it out. Somebody in the chat. I know. Okay, coming back up again, being mindful to have our hip points forward just as if we're standing straight. And this time stepping back with the left foot. Pulling the weight into the left thigh, bringing all the energy down the left thigh, and then sinking into the right knee. No pressure over the right knee. And being mindful to try and keep the knee over the ankle. Pulling the weight back, sinking in, coming back to the breath. And the next inhale, opening up to your warrior two. And then pulling the weight back, again, down the left foot, bending into the right knee. Gaze comes over the right fingertip. On the inhale, left hand slides down the back thigh, right arm shoots up and over, reverse warrior, victorious warrior, peaceful warrior. Inhaling through center and coming down, right forearm to right thigh, left arm shoots up and over, side angle. Open the heart, trying to bring the gaze towards the sky. Next inhale, just like our starfish coming on up, bringing the hands to the hip points, sinking the body forward. Wide leg forward fold. This time you can bring movement too if you like. Maybe you want to shift a little from side to side. Bringing the hamstrings into the mix. And then when you're ready, find stillness. Bring the toes in towards one another, shorter stance. Hands come to the hip points, coming back up to a standing position. Grab some water if you like. We're going to bring it down to the earth in just a second. Make sure you can see my mat. All right. Come down to seated. Bring the feet out in front of you. Wiggling the sit bones out from underneath you, maybe flexing the toes. Bringing hands to the outside of the hip points and rolling the shoulders back. Sitting up tall, closing the eyes. Breathing and feeling supported by the earth. Our legs don't need to carry us anymore. On the next inhale, gently open the eyes. Sweep the arms up and overhead, just as we did in our sun salutation. Hinge forward at the hips and come over the legs. Forward fold, you can grab your toes, your ankles, your shins, your thighs. Then find your edge, find a little stretch of the back hamstring. And when you get there, let it go. Release the shoulders, release the head. And the next inhale, come up halfway. This time, give yourself a hug, grab underneath the knees, bring the belly to the chest. You might notice in some poses I rock a little from side to side. Rocking is a coping mechanism for anxiety and naturally calms down the nervous system. Sometimes I don't even notice I'm doing it. Nice big squeeze. And then when you're ready, release. Swing the legs behind you, coming down to the belly. We're going to do a little bow pose, which is a mini back bend, and then we'll get upside down for a couple minutes. So just take a second here and lay down. Maybe let out a nice deep breath. Again, totally supported by the earth. A mini upside down Shavasana. Kick the feet up so the heels are close to the glutes. And then if you can, grab one ankle and then the other.
Oh boy.
I believe in you, you can do it. And then on your inhale, push the feet into the hands, bring the chest up. Bow pose, Dhanurasana. We'll do 2 of these. So this will be the first. You can rock a little forward, side to side if you like. One more nice big inhale, bringing the chest up. Exhale, let it go. Windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Let the head just hang out. All right, one more time. Kicking the heels up towards the glutes. And when you're ready, inhaling the body up. This time I'd like to offer a rolling bow. You don't have to do it, but it's kind of fun. With your momentum, rock a little side to side. What you're doing is massaging the digestive organs. We did a lot of twists. And then this, which means you'll be real hungry for dinner. And then when you're satisfied with that, find your stillness. Inhale the chest up, and then exhale, let it go. Windshield wiper the legs. Let out the sigh. Beautiful. Taking the hands to either side of the body. Pushing back up to your tabletop position. Maybe give yourself a couple cat-cows at your own pace. If you like, throwing a little hip hike for a look over the right, look over the left. Beautiful. And then find stillness. Push the body back, sit back on the heels. We're going to get upside down. So what I teach is legs up the wall. So I will use this as an example. So we'll scoot our body up parallel to the wall, kick the legs up, and just hang out like this. We'll do 5 minutes. So the first one, you can stay like this. The first game, you can open up to straddle. The next one, we can do butterfly. And then if you like, we can do what's called wall pigeons. So we'll cross the right over the left in the figure 4, just like that, opposite side. If you want to move your mat, get set up. I'll get the timer going. And I got a new toy in the mail. I got a singing bowl, so you don't have to hear my iPhone alarm anymore. So when you're set up, you can close the eyes. So the goal of an inversion is to get the feet above the heart. And what that does is reverses the blood flow and kind of tricks the body. So it naturally lowers your blood pressure and snaps on the happy and the calm hormones in the brain. It's really great. I recommend you do it for 3 minutes a day. We'll do it for 5 for good measure. You can hang out where you are, and legs up the wall, or you can open up into a straddle and let gravity do a little work. You can take the soles of the feet together and butterfly, maybe push into the thighs with the hands, little stretch. If you'd like to take wall pigeon, return both feet up towards the sky, and then cross the right foot over the left in the figure 4 and let that left foot come down the wall. You should feel something down the outer right thigh into the glute muscles. If you took wall pigeon, take the other side, return both feet up, and then cross the left over the right and let the right foot fall down the wall. Uncross the legs, stretch both feet up towards the sky, little flex, and then gently bring both knees into the chest. Give yourself a little thank you hug, and then roll over to your favorite side. Just hang out here for the rest of the 60 seconds to allow the blood, the lymph, the fluid to come back to an equilibrium. When you're ready, push into your top hand. Bring the body back up to a seat. If you're close to the wall, maybe pull the mat off the wall. Come on down, all the way down to your back. Do one quick bridge, last back bend, and then we'll go through our reclined twist in all Shavasana. When you're ready, bring your feet again towards the pelvic muscles. And then take an inhale and an exhale. And then on the next inhale, shift the hip points up towards the sky. Maybe roll the shoulders underneath you. This is a great vantage point to observe the breath, the rise and the fall of the belly. Nice deep full breath. Option to come up on the toes. Last little lift. And slowly and with control, vertebra by vertebra, come all the way down to the back. Windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Release the tension in the hips. And when you're ready, bring the knees into the chest. Then take both hands, one to the outside of one foot, one to the other. Bring the feet up, little happy baby. And roll a little side to side if you like. Maybe laugh at yourself, maybe smile. Hang out here for one more breath or two. And then again, hug those knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And then let the knees fall off to the right. Opening the arms in a T, little twist. Option to look out over the left shoulder. If you need a little more stretch, you can stretch out that right foot straight and then grab for it. Not the right, the left, I'm sorry. And your next inhale, bring both knees back up into the chest. Little squeeze. Exhale, drop them off to the left. Arms come to a T, option to look out over the right shoulder. And again, if you need a little more stretch, you can straighten that right leg and grab for it. And the next inhale, come back up through center. Take the next 30 seconds to do whatever your body might need before we come to Shavasana, final resting pose. Maybe you use the knees to roll out the back. Maybe you take another happy baby or a twist. And when you feel satisfied, squeeze the leg, lift the head off the ground, touch the nose to the knee. Thank you, body. Thank you for this time. And then exhale, drop everything down to the earth. Before we come into final Shavasana, we'll do what's called progressive muscle relaxation. So we're going to bring energy to certain muscle groups and then release them. So on an inhale, flex the toes, flex the thighs, flex the shins, flex, flex, flex as if you're pushing the floor away. Flex, 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 and then release. On an inhale, maybe make a fist and then flex the triceps, the biceps, the wrists, forearms, flex, 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 and release. Last one, flex all the muscles in the body. Bring energy to all the muscles in the body. Flex, 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 and then release. Scoot the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe open the jaw. Letting the feet flop open. Maybe the hands fall open to grace. And finally, closing the eyes. Enjoying your Shavasana. Finding peace. And I'll bring you back in just a few minutes. Slowly begin to reawaken the body, becoming aware of your surroundings. Maybe wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. Taking your arms up and overhead, nice full body stretch. When you're ready, roll over to your favorite side. Hang out. And then finally returning the body up to a seat where we begin, looping the shoulders back. We'll go through a little pranayama, a breath exercise, just real quick. This one's called Kapalabhati, or soul shining breath. It's meant to reawaken the body after a gentle practice such as that. So it's kind of like you're trying to blow out a candle with your nose. So it's going to be, and your belly's snapping. And disclaimer I have to give, if you're pregnant, don't do this. Just return to your normal breath. So when you're ready, take a nice inhale. And then exhale, snap the belly. A few more times on your own. And then finally take a nice big inhale. Nice exhale. Take both hands to the knees, lift the shoulders back, close the eyes. We'll end with 60 seconds of meditation to close in the practice. Maybe come back to your mantra, come back to that visualization of the lotus, or just be mindful of the body and notice how you feel. Gently opening the eyes. Thank you guys. Coming back to your afternoon, your evening. Go eat something. I'm sure you're hungry. And thank you, the Hunt Brady Wellness Committee, for setting this up and letting me be here. And thanks to you guys online and in person.
Thank you, Carly.
Yeah, thank you guys. We'll do it again next week. So
Thanks, Carly K.
bye.